I just recorded this video in full and didn't hit record. Do you know how much of a dumbass I feel like right now? I feel like giving up. I feel like missing a week. And to make it worse, silence. Just call me. What do you want? What do you want?
I was just asking when we were gonna play.
I'm going to play with my balls, bro. Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's me, your GOAT. I just want to say thank you guys for 500 subscribers. I can't thank you guys enough. Like, it's insane. Like, I've been 5 months, probably. I've been uploading the Siege videos, and I've already hit 500. Absolutely bonkers. Thank you guys for the support. And it's only upwards from here. So if you're new around here, please like, subscribe, go follow my Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. This is the top 6 most underrated operators in Rainbow Six Siege. We're going to do free attack, free defense, and I don't want to waste any more time. Let's get into it. This is post-editing new to here. I'm just going to leave it in you know. I'm going to be streaming XDefiant all day, 6 PM UK time. As soon as it releases, I'm going to be streaming XDefiant because I am dying to play this game and stream it, man. So if you're interested in XDefiant, please hop along. Twitch.tv/new2r6. Same as my YouTube. Come along and I guarantee you'll enjoy your stay. Now coming up is the first underrated attacker. It's going to be Zofia. Zofia is a complete shell of her former self. She used to be a 2 armor 2 speed with insane primaries, an LMGE and M762. However, nowadays the LMG is nerfed into the ground and Zofia's primary is nerfed, albeit it's still pretty fireable. With that being said, I don't see enough players playing Zofia. Why this may be the case, I could not tell you. She has access to, of course, the lifeline, the KS79 lifeline, which is an Ash charge, but accepts its impact, and 2 stun grenades built into it. You can snipe Maestros from across the map, BPs, Mozzie? Oh my god, Malusi Banshees from across the map. Anything bulletproof, you can snipe that with this gadget. Of course, the M762 is insane primary. Pretty, some recoil on it, depending on what optic you use, but it well makes up for it with the high damage and the high rate fire it's got going for it, and the solid capacity with 30 bullets. The RG15 is their only centric pistol, and it's pretty solid again, pretty reliable. It's got a built-in scope, which is always nice. And for secondary gadgets, you have the breaching charges or claymores. You can bring the claymores or the breaching charges, whatever the site is. So for example, if it's a first floor site, I'll usually bring the breaching charges. If it's a second floor site, I'll bring the claymores for runouts and C4s. Now, with Zofia, I wouldn't recommend playing her as an entry anymore. More of a secondary fragger. So you allow your Ash to go in first, and then you'd follow up with a Zofia. So like how you do with Sledge at the current meta. You basically want to try stay alive and drone your entry in and clear any utility that might get in the entry's way with your explosive launcher and concuss anyone who's trying to play behind the shield or anything like that. So Zofia is a pretty solid operator and it's completely underrated. Now next up, we can't talk about underrated operators without talking about Flores. Flores has 4 RCXD drones and is the #1 counter to Izami right now. Izami is so powerful. Unbelievably powerful, even after the nerf. She went from like SSS tier to like S tier plus, maybe. She's just a league above everyone else still, even after so many nerfs. However, Flores is not a one trick. You can also get rid of any bulletproof utility, that being Maestros, Evil Eyes. What am I saying? Maestro and Evil Eyes? Yes, no. You can also get rid of any bulletproof utility, that being Maestros, bulletproof cameras, Banshees, anything even that's not bulletproof as well, because you can do it from such a safe distance away from everyone. You can get rid of Capcan traps, you know, lesion mines, anything that's going to be in your way. Use the RCXD and you can get rid of it for free. Your primary weapons, AR-43. If you use the SR-25, that's going to be Blackbeard's DMR. You're trolling. The Blackbeard DMR is horrible, never will be good. But with the AR-43, what I would recommend you do is slap a hollow and a vertical. This is because after you've used all your RCXDs, play Flores like an entry fragger, okay? Use your flashbangs to take space and swing on people. For secondaries, you only have the Gush 18, and for gadgets, if I ever catch any of you using a claymore on Flores when he has access to flashbangs, I will personally locate you and I will flashbang you and RCXD you IRL in-game. For your 2 speed 2 armor as well, so swinging should be pretty easy to do when you're not thumping about like your mother. Now next up, we have Grim. Grim, solid operator, but people forget how solid he is. That makes him, of course, underrated. Now Grim, not too long ago, was the worst operator in the game, I'll be completely honest with you. The Grim launcher used to do absolutely nothing and would get you into positions where you're probably going to end up dying just to get a couple red pings on which you could do with a drone. However, Ubisoft felt bad for Grim, so they made him OP. What did they do exactly? They gave him the ability to ricochet these things, and also would be a constant live ping, not just like 5 quick pings, constant live ping, and then 5 quick pings after you leave the vicinity of a Grim beast. So what to do is, if anyone's in a position you don't want them to play, which you'd usually nade before the nades got nerfed, or Capital Bolt before everyone just forgot Capital exists for some reason, you just stick a Grimby in. Couple Grimbies, they have to have a swing, or chow you, or your team collapse onto the player that's getting constantly red pinged, they get overwhelmed and die. Or, because this is ranked, what end up usually happening is your teammates just end up dying. Secondaries, you have access to the P229 or the Bailiff. You can run either or. I personally go for the Bailiff because it's pretty solid at killing. Not as good as P229, but it gives you access to making head holes and angles you typically wouldn't have on Grim. Now for secondary gadgets, you have the option between the EMPs or the hard breaches. If I ever catch anyone with a claymore, I will Grim B you and wallbang you IRL in-game. But this in total makes Grim a very versatile operator because you can assist in getting kills with your Grim Bs, and you also have the EMPs or hard breaches to open up hatches. Now without further ado, that's all the free attackers done. Let's do the 3 most underrated defenders now. Now first up on the defenders, we have Tubarão. Now for Tubarão's weapons, we have the access between MPX or the AR-15.50. The DMR is amazing on Tubarão. It has access to the higher scopes, like the ACOGs, has insane damage at 67, but of course, with it being a DMR, is single fire tap rifle, and unfortunately has a low mag capacity at only 11 rounds. However, it also brings high destructive capabilities, so you can make head holes in sight, assist with setup, whilst also having insane primary later in the round for getting kills with. Or for his other option in a primary, you have the MPX. What do I need to say about the MPX? Everyone knows about it. High rate of fire at 830, has 26 damage per bullet, which is pretty low, I'll be honest, but it has a higher capacity than the AR at 30, and also doesn't have access to any higher zoom optics. So secondary weapons, you have the P226 MK25, which is the SCS pistol, if you don't know. And for secondaries, if I ever catch any of you guys with a proximity alarm, I'm going to proximately teleport to your house and blow you up with a nitro cell. That's because the nitro cell is the best secondary gadget in the game currently. Now, the gadget. I haven't even talked about the gadget yet. Zoto canisters are amazing. You can throw these to deny breaches, slow down attackers, and ultimately just use it like a mute jammer. However, where the Zoto canisters excel is when you use them at top of reinforced wall, or on just any reinforced wall that's getting breached to delay time. If you have a bandit tricking on a wall and you throw a Zoto canister at the top of the wall, you can sometimes, if you throw it correctly, sometimes freeze the wall, but be able to still place bandit batteries and cage claws at the bottom, this meaning they're electrified as soon as the Zoto canister runs out, so that isn't like that 1.5 time of like window where it's not electrified at all. This in total makes Tubarão one of the most solid defenders in the game right now, and this is even after he got nerfed into the ground, in quotations, into the ground, with going from 4 Zotos to 3, which is crazy to add 4 to me. So if you're not playing Zoto Man Tubarão, you definitely should, especially if you're an ex-Warden player who's now got no home and can't play Valkyrie because he doesn't watch enough Coconut Bra. Now next up for defenders that are underrated in Rainbow Six Siege, we have Echo. Echo before used to be the MP5 merchant. Used to run a high zoom on him and then just spawn peek galore. If you died, you had Echo drones and they were intel. And that was you, done for the game. You made your impact, I guess. You're on a drone, but you died immediately. You went 0-4, but you still had 17 assists because you could just red ping people with an invisible drone. But Echo, he's been changed, he's been reworked, I would say. He's been a little bit, the playstyle on him has been completely reworked. Now, what you want to do is run the Supernova shotgun. Now hear me out. On paper, it looks absolutely fucking atrocious. 48 damage, single fire, 7 capacity. Not good, not good, not good. But when you actually take the Supernova into a game and you see someone in front of you, because after the recent, shotgun buffs, and the Supernova buff before that, because they had to buff the shotguns again after the Supernova buff, just across the board, because they changed how the laser sight works. Now, instead of laser sight, it helps ADS time, not hit fire. As long as you ADS with a Supernova shotgun, and you're not Varsity Gaming who complains about every shotgun, or just anything in this game being dog shit, right? He complains about the shotguns being dog shit. As long as you just ADS it and don't hit fire like Varsity Gaming, you, my friend, get every kill, every single time. Run that with a Bearing 9 as well, which is the second best secondary weapon in the game, behind the SMG-11. And a deployable shield, which is always complemented the shotgun play. Just look to smoke. You don't need to look any further than that. On top of having yokais as well, which are 2 intel-based gadgets that can deny a plant and delay time, and also can counter shields as well by stunning and making them move their shield out of the way for any fellow defender to shoot them. While the shield is off Narnia, as like every attacker with a shield apparently just gets hit by like a burst of like noise, and it was like whoa, and throwing their shield about. Just get the kill, bro. Get the kill. Insane. The Echo is so underrated to me. It's insane. Now finally, the last most underrated operator on defense is going to be Mozzie. Now, we all know Mozzie was a beast. Not so long ago, had the P10 running with the 1.5. And this wasn't even his full potential. Back in the day, you used to have the P10 Roni with 20 bullets in a round instead of just 16 now. However, unfortunately, they removed the 1.5. And I believed that the Commando was going to be better than the P10 Roni. So I tried playing it, Mozzie, Commando 9. And to be honest, the P10 Roni will just always be better. It will always be better. The high rate of fire, although you have low ammo capacity, the high rate of fire with the low recoil is absolutely wonderful. The reload makes up for it with how quick and snappy it is, and you can even throw on an angle grip if you would like to make it even quicker. Now, we all know that Mozzie's utility is effective. He's the only operator in the game to take away utility and intel from the attackers and give it to the defenders. This meaning, throughout the round, Mozzie gets more and more powerful. So the less time that he's alive, the more time the attackers are going to be struggling into getting into the site successfully. With Mozzie, of course, like I already established, use the P10 Roni. You've only got his little pistol. The pistol's not that bad, it's unreliable, but it's there if you need it. And finally, for utility, use the C4. If I catch anyone using the barbed wire on Mozzie, swear to God, I'm going to throw a pest at your dog, take him over, and bite your PP off. So that's going to be the end of this video, you guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. Again, I will be streaming X Defiant on my Twitch, so make sure you do stop by. Go follow my Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok on the description of this video. Thank you guys for watching. I've got plenty more videos like this on the channel, and thank you guys again for 500 subscribers. I can't thank you enough. Bye! Nice, well played.
Nice.
That guy should, yeah, that guy should.
Watch out for Claymore.
That guy's smoking the Zazas.
Well played.
Yeah.
Oh!
Silence, next time you try and 360 with fucking stim me, I'ma smack you, bro. Two of them, fam.